Hi, welcome back to Wayne Melissa Travel. We're glad you're here. Have you ever looked at a luxury cruise and thought, how do they do that? There is no way I could afford a cruise like that. What if I told you we just sailed on Virgin Voyages, the two of us, and all we paid was for gratuity? I know. It's true. And I'm going to show you every step we took to get there. So let me give you a little background for those of you who don't know. Virgin Voyages is an adult-only luxury cruise line, and I mean luxury. All dining is included, no nickel and diming for food. The entertainment is incredible. And here's the thing that sets them apart from most cruise lines. When you redeem points, all taxes and port charges are included in that redemption for both people. That is not normal. You guys, most cruise lines make you pay taxes and fees on top of your points, not Virgin Voyages. This is a huge deal. So here is how this worked. We have Capital One miles. Now, Capital One has travel transfer partners, airlines, hotels, and one of them is Virgin Voyages. But it's not just Capital One. It's Chase, Citi Thank You Points, I think even American Express. So check your bank and see if they're a transfer partner to Virgin Voyages. Now, it's Virgin Atlantic for flights. Virgin Red is like the mothership of all of this. Virgin Voyages is the cruise line. And here's where it gets super exciting. Capital One was running a 40% transfer bonus. So, for every point I transferred over to Virgin Voyages, it was worth 40% more than face value. Let me break that down, because I want this to be super clear. If you have 10,000 Capital One miles and you transfer during a 40% bonus period, you get 14,000 Virgin Voyages points. Now, Virgin Voyages has their own points currency. It's called Virgin Points. And they have a pretty straightforward redemption chart for cruises. So once I knew the point value for our sailing, I did the math with the bonus, figured out how many Capital One miles I needed to transfer, and we were golden. Let me walk you through exactly what I did. Hey, real quick, if this is new to you, and you want to learn how Wayne and I use points and miles to fund our travels, please subscribe. I share tips like this all the time. Practical, real, stuff you can use and repeat. Okay, let's get back to the video. So I logged into my Capital One travel portal and confirmed the transfer bonus was active. You want to check this before you transfer because transfer bonuses come and go, so don't miss it. But once you transfer your points, that's it. You can't get them back into your Capital One, Chase, Amex, or Citi account. So then I went to the Virgin Voyages website and I found the cruise I wanted. I was looking at the points price for this sailing for two people, and I noticed what it would cost in cash versus points. I did the math. With the 40% transfer bonus, I calculated exactly how many Capital One miles I needed to cover the full cruise for two. Now, when I say I calculated it, I went onto the website and I found a points redemption calculator and I used that. I'm talking the full redemption. Taxes and port charges were included. That is already in the points price, you guys. Then I initiated the transfer from my Capital One account to Virgin Voyages. And I want to flag something here. Transfers are not instant. It can take 24 to 72 hours. So don't wait until the last minute if there's a sailing you want. I think mine took about 2 hours. Finally, once the points landed in my Virgin Voyages account, I booked it. Done. The only charge to my credit card? Gratuities. Okay, so this is the part I really want you to hear. What would this cruise have cost if we paid cash? I want you to think about that for a second. We're talking a luxury, adult-only cruise, all dining included, 2 people, same itinerary. This is how much it would have cost. Now, the gratuities, $200. That's it. I mean, isn't that amazing? This is exactly why I am so passionate about the points and miles ecosystem, because it is a completely legal way to travel like the wealthy without spending like the wealthy. And that is what Wayne Melissa Travel is all about. Now, here's the thing with points and miles. I think a lot of people feel like it's too complicated. It's too confusing. And I get it. There's a lot of information out there and it can feel overwhelming. But you guys, it doesn't have to be. What I did here is actually pretty simple when you break it down. I watched for the transfer bonus. I did the math. I transferred at the right time. That's it. That is my MacGyver move. You find the right tool at the right moment and it changes the entire trip. Is it a little bit of homework? Yes. Was it worth it? 100%. And if I can do it, you can do it. Be creative when you're traveling. Try different things. And if you have points sitting in an account right now, don't let them just sit there. Let them work for you. Now, before I go, I want to give you a little heads up about something I'm so excited about. In a few weeks, we are launching a brand new series here on our channel. It is specifically for those of us who are over 50 and ready to travel in a completely different way. We're calling it the Gen X Travel Reset, and I promise you, if you are in this stage of life and you feel like your best travel years are still ahead of you, they are. I have some stories to share with you that I cannot wait to tell. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss the first video in that series. It's going to be a good one. We appreciate you sticking with us to the end of this video. We share travel tips, packing videos, and tools for navigating the points and miles ecosystem. If this interests you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.